So there it is, guys. Can anybody tell what this is going to end up being? If you looked at the pictures before this, it was the plane that I'm doing. It's going to have a different tail marker, tail emblem. But I did some custom stuff to it, and she's all ready to go. She's all set up. Lit the canopy. Looks kind of nice. You can even see it in the daytime. Did do the nose. And it's not black. It's actually a very dark gray called Death. And it's that sugar spray. The color is Death. It's almost black, but not quite. Got some gray to it. Everything seems to work pretty well. And I just thought maybe we needed a little bit of an additional light back here, just as a kind of a ground marker. So I put a LED back here with a lens on it that not only focuses it down from the bottom and disperses it all around, but it also shoots it straight out the back. So it's real easy to see, and even up at an angle. So that's going to be real nice. Great ground effects we're going to have with that, and not really lighten up the top of it too much, but more for collision avoidance and for me being able to see that is the rear of the plane, and not the front, because they're white and white, and you never mind. You never know. You never could get you might get confused. You never know. But with two flashing whites and a red, that's, to me right there, tells me it's the tail end of the plane. If I see green and white and all this stuff coming here, then I know I'm landing the thing. It did turn out pretty good, guys. One thing I wanted to make mention is that you do want to calibrate your ESCs, because when I first started this up, one motor, this motor over here would start up just a tad quicker than this. I mean, they were so close you couldn't hardly tell. And with this one here, you go through the normal calibration where you leave your radio on, disconnect the power to the battery, advance your throttle all the way full. Let me put the throttle cut on. So you would put the throttle all the way to full, plug in your battery, listen for 2 beeps. 2 beeps. As soon as you hear 2 beeps, drop your throttle all the way back down to the bottom. It'll finish binding, do its thing, and then when you go to start it up, both motors will start at the same time. See if I can get them both in here for you guys. But yeah, both motors start at the same time and both stop at the same time. And even power, and that's going to be an important thing on a twin. It's even power. So let's see what else we got. What didn't I show you? It's got one more thing to go, is the decals, and you guys can probably guess what this is going to be. Then I'm kind of impressed, but actually it looks pretty straightforward. And there's a number of different versions of these planes. They come in white, they come in gray, they come in almost a real dark gray blue kind of. You'd almost think they were black, but they're not. But I think the mods turned out kind of nice. The gear
up.
As I said before, I didn't want to wait all day long, so I get about 6 seconds delay.
Gear down.
That's about where I like it. And the best reason I can think that they did that, guys, is, in all honesty, you've got a lot of stuff working on this plane with lights and blah 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 and servos, and you got full flaps and all that kind of stuff. Let's just say you're going under full throttle, okay, and you hit your flaps and your gear at the same time. And with other planes, they'll both go at the same time. Well, while that's going, you're doing your throttle, you're doing your lights, you're doing your servos, and you could possibly, brown out. So with an external BEC that's rated as well, as this one appears to be, because I tested the voltage just to make sure I was going to have enough, and I didn't want to get myself in trouble. But everything seemed to be fine. Bottom line being, here is what I think what happens is when, say you hit both of them at the same time, okay, you don't have them both go at the same time, and that's going to help save your BEC and help possibly prevent a brownout. So I'll give you an illustration here. See, I'll hit both switches for flaps, up, and gear at the same time.
Gear up. Flaps up.
And then the gear will go up. And then same thing on landing. You know, say somebody hits the gear right away and they drop their flaps right away.
Landing flaps.
In the meantime, you're still all, you know, everybody's flying. You're all doing your thing. You're powering, you're flying, you're working servos and everything else. So it's a good saver, I think. I think it's an energy saver to maybe control a burst of power and possibly getting that brownout. So Alpha, this was your idea out there, Freewing Motion RC, and my hat's off to you, my friend, because I figured out, I think, why you did that. This is Skip signing out. This is a progress report on the AL-37 by Freewing. It's not going to be an Airliner, guys. It's going to be, let's just say it might carry the radar signature of an Airliner, but it is going to be, oh, I'll let the cat out of the bag. This is going to be a conversion of the AL-37 to the P-8 Poseidon Submarine Attack Hunter Killer. It is a long-range, high-altitude airplane that's capable of tracking and finding subs underneath the ocean surface over vast amounts of area, and a lot better than and a lot further range and stuff than the fighters and things like that can do. And you don't have to get the boat sailing right over it. So that's what this is going to be. It's going to be the P-8. We're just waiting on the graphics right now. Everything else is done. She is ready to fly. This is Skip signing out. Happy New Year. Looking forward to seeing you guys this year. Thanks for joining.